Right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Friday, the 8th of January. Getting right to work here. You know, we've got some great tastings coming up next week. We got our Bordeaux tasting on Wednesday here at the store. Over 30 wines from all over Bordeaux, whites, reds, and the great sweet wines of Bordeaux we'll be showcasing. And then our two biggest tastings of the year, well, best of just used to be one, but such a great event, we decided to spread it out over 2 nights so we could get even more people involved with this. We got about 75 to 100 people coming each night, Friday and Saturday. Close to 100 wines, our biggest, some people say our best tasting of the year. A lot of fun and a great party to start the year off. And if you want a party, you bring something like Zinfandel because it has got some high octane, and those of you that know me know I'm not a huge Zinfandel fan, so this is a rare occasion that we'll be sending out a Zinfandel offering. People are going, what? What's going on? Andrew go mustache, and now he likes Zinfandel? No, actually, Ridge makes some of the greatest wines in California, actually in the world. We opened up a 1990 Montebello at my house in Christmas. It was absolutely stunning, the best wine of the night, according to several people. And their Zinfandels, also incredible. The great Paul Draper, we've had a chance to break bread with him one time at Cafe Max, and what a fantastic evening of conversation. This guy knows more about wine than most people have forgotten in California, and he is one of the masters of Zinfandel, and while he's got a lot of help today, you know, this is a winery that started over 100 years ago. The first grapevines were planted up at Montebello. Dr. Perrone, a San Francisco native, also wine lover, made the trek up to the top of the Santa Cruz Mountains, which I've done, and let me tell you, it is a windy, scary road going up to Ridge Winery, and what a beautiful setting when you finally get up there. The view is absolutely spectacular. 2,600 feet where Ridge Winery sits, and Dave Bennion, who was a Stanford scientist, one of the original 3 members of Ridge, and these guys got things going again in the 50s, 1959, I believe was when they started Ridge Winery, and, it's now owned by a Japanese collector. But Paul Draper still, I don't know if he's in total control, but he's the mastermind behind a lot of these wines. Like I said, even though he's got a lot of help today. And these 2 Zinfandels, well, the best thing about them is their blends. The Lytton Springs and the Geyserville are 2 wines that are about a place. You've got an Alexander Valley vineyard here in Geyserville. You've got a Dry Creek vineyard in Lytton Springs. Very different wines. The Lytton Springs, got a little Petit Syrah, Carignan, and Mataro, Mourvedre. That's how the old Italians used to plant these field blends. They added a little salt and pepper, some spice to the Zinfandel, so you always had other varietals in there to kick it up a notch. They use 100% American oak, like most people do with Zinfandel. And this wine has a beautiful bouquet of blueberry pie, almost like aromas, vanilla, black licorice, some jerky meat kind of notes. Really rich and sweet on the tongue with a load of fruit, but still, this wine's got wonderful balance, like a tongue-tingly acidity to balance things out. Some rich fig and sweet herbs all the way to the finish. A very balanced wine, even though it's approaching 15% alcohol. In 1972, Ridge made the first Lytton Springs, so this is an iconic Zinfandel wine in California, if there is such a thing. And then the Geyserville wine, which has got Carignan, Petit Syrah, and Mataro from Dry Creek Valley. This wine is a little monster, man. It has got big cherry liqueur, sun-dried plum, and wonderful minerality. You definitely notice the brambly herbs on the nose here. Almost liqueur-like on the tongue. This wine is so rich, but velvety smooth. The tannins just like silk here, and wonderful complexity, a hedonistic Zinfandel, and if you like big Zinfandels, this is going to appeal to you. The Lytton Springs a little more elegant, but both of these wines, lovely balance, and like I said, 2 of the greatest Zinfandels that you'll find in California are blends, as are most great Zinfandel. So check it out. Our offering on these 2 wines, the best price in the country, $26.75. An incredible deal. If you like Zinfandel, this offering is for you. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.